After decades in the shadows, a legendary force in motocross has returned. The Kawasaki KX 500, the brutal, raw, fire-breathing two-stroke monster that terrified trails and dominated desert races, is back for 2025. But this time, it's smarter, leaner, and meaner. The KX 500-2025 blends old-school rage with next-gen engineering to create the ultimate hybrid of tradition and technology. If you grew up hearing tales of its terrifying torque, or maybe even rode one back in the day, buckle up. Because Kawasaki is rewriting the off-road rulebook. History: KX 500, the legend that never died. The KX 500 made its first appearance in the late 70s and quickly became the most powerful open-class two-stroke dirt bike of its era. Through the 80s and 90s, it was feared and respected alike, a torque monster used in motocross, desert racing, and hill climbing. But as for strokes gained popularity, Kawasaki discontinued the model in 2004. Yet, the KX 500 never truly died. Riders kept rebuilding them, racing them in vintage series, and begging Kawasaki to revive the legend. For years, forums, Facebook groups, and YouTube channels were filled with custom builds and speculative wish lists. The message was loud: we want the KX 500 back. And Kawasaki finally delivered. Engine, for 99cc two-stroke perfection, evolved. At the heart of the new KX 500 is a re-engineered, fuel-injected 499 cubic centimeters two-stroke single-cylinder engine. The soul of the original remains: aggressive, high torque, and brutally fast. But this isn't just a remake. Kawasaki has implemented EFI, electronic fuel injection, for smoother throttle response and better fuel management. No more jetting nightmares. No more altitude issues. The power valve system has been reworked, giving the bike a wider and more controllable power band. That means explosive low-end grunt, smoother mid-range transition, and a top-end hit that still kicks like a mule. Riders who've tested the new KX say it feels like riding lightning, raw but rideable, especially with the programmable ECU. Chassis and frame, built for modern battlefields. Gone is the steel frame of the old beast. The 2025 KX 500 is built around a newly designed aluminum perimeter frame, heavily inspired by the KX 450F but reinforced to handle the forces of a 500 cubic centimeters two-stroke. This frame increases rigidity while shedding weight, making the new model significantly more nimble than its predecessor. The result? A massive improvement in handling and flickability. The bike is lighter, tighter, and far more responsive. Whether you're railing berms, scrubbing jumps, or bombing through whoops, the KX 500 now behaves like a 250 with the punch of a 1000. Suspension, race-ready straight from the factory. The KX 500 comes with Showa 49mm A-kit-style spring forks in the front and a fully adjustable unitrack rear shock. This setup has been tuned to handle the unpredictable punishment of both track and trail. Whether you're launching doubles or powering through whoops, the suspension keeps you connected and in control. In fact, pro riders who tested this setup have said it's one of the plushest factory settings they've ever felt on a 500. Kawasaki took data from desert racing, motocross, and enduro to build a suspension package that can handle it all. Brakes and wheels, stopping power to match the madness. Stopping a 60-horsepower two-stroke rocket isn't easy, which is why Kawasaki upgraded the brakes with a 270mm front pedal disc and 240mm rear, paired with high-performance Nissin calipers. The brake feel is strong and progressive, exactly what you want when charging into corners or scrubbing speed mid-flight. It's matched with Dirt Star wheels, wrapped in Dunlop MX-33S. Whether you're digging into soft dirt, carving hardpack, or climbing dunes, these tires and rims are made for hard abuse. Electronics, modern tech, vintage spirit. This is where the 2025 KX 500 takes a bold new step. While keeping its mechanical aggression, Kawasaki added a smart layer of electronics. Handlebar map selector, choose from multiple engine maps on the fly. Traction control, optional and switchable for added grip in slippery conditions. Rideology app integration, connect your smartphone to adjust power delivery, log ride data, and diagnose faults. Launch Control Mode, standard on the MX edition, giving racers a critical edge out of the gate. These features are completely optional. If you want to ride it raw, you can. But if you want tunability, it's there. Ergonomics, designed to fit modern riders. The new KX 500 isn't just for giants anymore. Kawasaki reshaped the tank, seat, and shrouds to create a slimmer rider triangle that feels more like a 450. Seat height is more accessible, foot pegs are lower and wider, and the handlebar mounts are adjustable. Whether you're 5 feet 8 inches or 6 feet 4 inches, the new KX 500 feels like an extension of your body. Kawasaki also redesigned the subframe for easier maintenance and added a tool-free air filter access. Small details, but big wins for anyone who wrenches on their own ride. Design and aesthetics, retro soul, modern fangs. Visually, the 2025 KX 500 is a head-turner. Classic Kawasaki lime green dominates the bodywork, with bold KX 500 graphics that call back to the 90s. A modern front fender, LED-ready headlight shell for the street-legal version, and sculpted radiator shrouds bring it into the modern age. A limited edition heritage trim features gold rims, throwback tank decals, and a signed VIN plate from the Kawasaki design team, a nod to collectors who've waited years for this bike. Versions: 2 monsters, 2 missions. Kawasaki is releasing the KX 500 in 2 main configurations. KX 500 MX, the core model for motocross and track racing. Lighter, tighter, and tuned for closed course domination. KX 500X Desert Edition comes with a larger fuel tank, reinforced radiator, metal skid plate, handguards, and wider gearing for long-distance off-road use. Additionally, rumors hint at a dual-sport homologated version for select states, giving riders the ability to rip on the street and trail legally. Who should ride the KX 500-2025? This bike is not for beginners. It's not forgiving, and it won't hold your hand. But if you're an experienced rider who wants raw power, lightweight responsiveness, and a piece of off-road history re-engineered for today's world, the KX 500 is calling your name. It's for desert racers, hill climbers, vintage warriors, and two-stroke addicts who know what it means to ride on the edge. Pricing, release date and availability. Kawasaki is launching the 2025 KX 500 with a price tag of $10,499 for the MX version and $11,299 for the Desert Edition. The first batch will hit dealerships by November 2025, with online pre-orders starting this September. The limited Heritage Edition will only see 500 units worldwide, so if you're serious, act fast. Conclusion: the KX 500 isn't just back. It's unstoppable. Kawasaki could have played it safe. But instead, they brought back one of the wildest bikes ever made and made it better. The 2025 KX 500 is the resurrection no one expected, but every true rider needed. It's loud, fast, mean, and unapologetically two-stroke, just like the golden era. Only now, it's cleaner, smarter, and built to last. Whether you're a veteran racer or just a two-stroke romantic, the KX 500 proves that legends never die, they just come back stronger.